Hi guys, I'm Ozzy Villain and welcome back to our bid to find baseball's greatest team. And today it is the 1914 Braves, the Boston Braves as they were back then, up against the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks. One of the, I don't know, I remember them as like a bit of a fairy tale team. It was the first time, I think the only time that the Diamondbacks have won it, isn't it? So let's have a quick look here. The 1914 Braves went 94-59 in their regular season. The Diamondbacks went 92-70. So a little bit of a difference there. Must have been obviously a shorter season back in those days as well. If you're new, it's a one-off welcome, obviously, but it's a one-off game. We default to modern era strategy. It's 25 player rosters, World Series if available, and I think both these teams were World Series teams, and injuries are disabled, so we're not going to have the game interrupted by sort of a random injury. So that's that. Let's go and check these 25-man rosters though. And here they are here. There might be slightly more than 25 men on the roster, is there? No, maybe not. That's about right. If you want to have a bit of a longer look, then by all means give it a pause or zoom in and whatnot. But I'm very, very excited for this game. I remember this Diamondbacks time. It was sort of right in my wheelgate of of when I was right into everything. So let's go check the starting lineups. And here we go. So leading off the Braves is Johnny Evers at second base, Butch Smith at first base bats second, then Joe Connolly in left field bats three. It's Red Smith cleaning up at third base, Larry Gilbert at right field bats five, Hank Gowdy is catching at six, then Les Mann in center field bats seven, Rabbit Marinville at shortstop bats eight, and Dick Rudolph is on the mound for them. And then the D-backs, first time we've seen them, of course, in the series, Steve Finley in center field leads off, Craig Counsell, who just keeps popping up again and again in this series. He must have quietly been, I'd never thought of him as being a great player, but anyway, obviously he was. He's shortstopping at second, Greg Colburn at first base bats three, Louis Gonzalez in center field cleans up, Danny Bautista in right field bats five, Jay Bell at second base bats six, Matty Williams at third base bats seven, Damian Miller is catching at eight, and one of the greats, certainly of my time, it is Randy Johnson. He's on the mound. So let's get this show on the road. I do need to say a very big thank you to a new channel member or an upgraded channel member, so Alex Wallach. Thank you so much for that, mate. It is greatly appreciated. As I said before, if you're able to and you enjoy the content, there's links in the description. Is that going to be caught? It is. Patreon and the channel membership was all down below there. But as I said, never expected. Just watch the ads, and that's absolutely fine. Now, Smith to face Randy Johnson. It is a full count and a strikeout. So there's one. Was Johnson the Big Show? Am I making that up? I forget what he was called now, his nickname. But anyway, a 2-2 pitch and a strikeout of Connolly. And that'll do it for the Boston Braves in the top of the first. In now comes Steve Finley. Yeah, I was talking before about Craig Counsell, who'll be up next, as Finley has grounded it to the shortstop. Whenever I watched him play, and granted at this time I was very maybe uneducated in sort of how I viewed players. And I guess if he didn't hit home runs, as Craig Counsell has got himself at least a double there. Yeah, I kind of viewed you as, not that good, because you hit home runs if you're good, because that's what you do in kids' baseball, basically, when I was playing. So, yeah, maybe I just completely underestimated him. But time and time again, we've seen Craig Counsell's name pop up in this series of, of great teams. So, yeah, he must have been quite good. So we've got two out, runner at second for Luis Gonzalez, a 1-1 pitch, and Gonzalez, that's going to drop in. And with two out, you imagine that Craig Counsell was going on the crack of the bat, and he will come around to score, and it is 1-0 to the D-backs. What I will do as well is I'll put a link in the description. The Boston Braves had to come through an interfranchise playoff against some Atlanta sides, as well as I think one or two other Boston sides, as that will end the inning. So if you want to see how the Braves got here, then you can go and watch that as well. So Red Smith to lead things off now to face Johnson. It's a 1-2 pitch, and Johnson has given up his first hit of the game, as it is a single into right field. In now will come Larry Gilbert, a 2-0. There goes the runner, and he's going to get there, it looks like. Yes, he is. So that is runner at second now with no one out. Can Gilbert drive in a tying run? No, he cannot, as Johnson strikes him out. In comes Hank Gowdy now, a 2-2. Gowdy into right center field, and that will tie the game. And is it going to be a double for him, or is he? Yeah, he's going to stop at second. So a game-tying RBI double makes it 1-1 in the top of the second with one out and the go-ahead run in scoring position. Les Mann comes to the plate, a 2-2. And he swung about an hour late on that one, and it's Marinville now. What can the Rabbit do? He has got it into centre field, and that'll be the lead, I would imagine. Yes, it will. So an RBI single makes it 2-1 to the Braves in the top of the second. I didn't expect Johnson to give up this many runs, I've got to admit. Bringing Dick Rudolph to the plate. He has popped it straight up. And that will do it for the top of the second. But the Diamondbacks trail. And let's see what they can do about that in the bottom of the inning. Jay Bell will lead things off, a 3-0. And Bell draws a 4-pitch walk to get on board. Not the greatest stealer of a base. Williams comes to the plate. First pitch. There goes the run-up. It's the old hit and run. And he has indeed got himself over to second. So, tying run is at second. One away for Damian Miller. Pitching slot is up next. I don't remember Randy Johnson being a great hitter, but that's got through. And is it going to score the runner? It looks like it is. And we do have a tied game. It is 2-2 in the bottom of the second. One away, man at first, and Randy Johnson comes up to the plate. First pitch, Johnson lays down a bunt. Is it a good one? It looks like it is. So 2 away, go-ahead run in scoring position for Steve Finley. A 1-2 pitch. Finley, is that going to get down the first base line? It is, and it is going to be a go-ahead run. Right down into that right field corner. Finley stands at second with an RBI double. It is 3-2. And it's an unexpected run fest, it must be said. Council, who's 1-for-1, steps in, a 2-1. Council has popped it up into centre field, and that'll do it. So a relative run fest through 2. And Johnson will face Johnny Evers, who is 0-for-1. It's a 1-1 pitch. And that is dribbled back to the pitcher for 1 away. What I love about Randy Johnson too, he's 38 here. And he's still got about 5 or 6 years to go in his career, doesn't he? He just, I don't know, I want to say he went to like he was 45 or something. But anyway, he struck out another one there because he went to the Yankees after this, did he not? And of course the great thing about this Diamondback side as well is Kurt Schilling was the other starting pitcher option that they had. So it was just a very, very good, very good side. And I think it is the shortcoming of this one-off game concept is that someone like a team like the Diamondbacks, a team like that 90s Atlanta Braves side, where they had 2 or 3 like genuinely top line starting pitchers, and even maybe the Yankees of the late 90s as well had a pretty good, pretty deep pitching roster, or starting pitching roster, or rotation I should say. They don't really get to show that off. And obviously a one-off game in anything, particularly baseball though, can be hit and miss. But yeah, it is definitely the downfall of the one-game series. But it'll be indisputable. Whoever wins this will be the greatest team in baseball history. So that's a relatively boring third. No runs there. Johnson will face Gilbert, who I think is 0-for-1. And he's hit that well, but a diving catch from the third baseman. So Matt Williams with an absolutely stunning play. Gowdy now, who is 1-for-1 with an RBI. It's a 1-2 pitch. And another strikeout for Randy Johnson. That is 7, is it? Yes, it is. And Les Mann now, 0-for-1. It's a 1-1 pitch with 2 out, no one on. And that is absolutely crushed. And it's 3-3. I'm not sure that's going to land, is it? I'm not even measuring it. I think it may have actually left the stadium. That was... wow. So it's 3-3. Marinville steps in now. It's an 0-1 pitch. And he's got that into right field, but he'll be caught. That'll end the inning. But not often you see Randy Johnson giving up 3 runs in 4 innings. In comes Jay Bell to lead things off. He walked last time up. Or is it his first time up? It's his first time up. Never mind. Oh, no, it's not. Because anyway, another 0-for-0. Matt Williams may have laid down a bunt, did he? I can't even remember what happened now. Yeah, I think that is what happened. Because Bell walked and then it was a sack bunt, wasn't it, to go over to second. Anyway, Williams has got himself a one-out single on the back of that stunning catch at third. It is Damian Miller now, who is 1-for-1 with an RBI. A 2-0 pitch. Miller, oh, it was down, sharply hit to the first baseman, but it only ends in a double play when it could so easily have got right down to that right field corner, couldn't it? So it's 3-3. And it'll be Ted Cather to pinch hit, so that'll do it for Rudolph. A 1-1. And that is sharply hit to the second baseman, 1 away. Next man up will be top of the order, Johnny Evers. He is 0-for-2. It's a 3-1. And that is popped up, I think. Yes, it is. Shortstop, sorry, will make the catch over second base. So that is 2 away, and it'll bring up Bruce Smith. It's an 0-1 pitch. It could be the last batter that Randy Johnson faces, as that is sliced away into left field to end at the top of the 5th. You would imagine, would they take Randy Johnson out? No, they're going to leave him in. Lefty Tyler is the new man on the mound. So faith being shown in Randy Johnson, and probably rightly so, it has to be said, as he strikes out on 3 pitches for 1 away. Steve Finley now, who is 1 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Finley, is that going to get through? It is, past the second baseman into right field for a 1-out single. Tying a go-ahead run, aboard for Craig Counsell now, who's 1 for 2. A full count. Counsell strikes out on what looked like ball 4. Yeah, definitely low and inside, but tough to leave that alone, I would imagine. Colburn now, is he pinch hitting? No, he's 0 for 2. A 2-2. And that'll do it for that. So to the top of the 6th, it is still tied at 3. Johnson to face Connolly. Connolly is 1 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. And it is a very, very late strikeout for number 8 for Johnson. In comes Red Smith now. A 1-2 pitch. A 1-0 pitch, I should say, sorry. And that is through. And that is a 1-out single. So again, we have the go-ahead run aboard for the Braves. And Gilbert, who's 0 for 2, steps in. A 2-2 pitch. Gilbert swings through, strike 3 for 2 away. And it'll bring up Hank Gowdy now, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI. A 1-0 pitch, an 0-1 pitch even. Runner goes for second, gets there. And let's see if the go-ahead run can be driven in. A 2-2. Gowdy strikes out. That's number 9 for Randy. Oh, no, so that's number 10 for Randy Johnson. And we go to the bottom of the inning. It is Gonzalez who is 1 for 2 to lead things off against lefty Tyler, who continues. It's a 1-1. And that is popped up into center field for 1 away. Next man up will be Bautista, who is 0 for 2. It is a 1-2 pitch. And Bautista with a ground ball over to first. That is 2 away. And it'll bring up Jay Bell, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. It's a 2-2 pitch. Bell strikes out, and that'll do it for the 6th. It is still tied at 3. 6 hits apiece as well. And Randy Johnson will face Leslie Mann, who absolutely belted the living daylights out of a ball last time he was up. This time, Randy's revenge is to strike out number 11. Rabbit Marinville now is 1 for 2. It's a full count on him. And it's a strikeout, so that is 2 away. Now, I imagine they'd like to try and get him through so that he can be pinch hit out of the game rather than have to take somebody else out. But speaking of pinch hitting, it is DeVore coming in. It's a 1-1. And it is dribbled back to Randy Johnson. Over to first. That'll do it. We will stretch. We will probably say goodbye to Johnson. At least we got to see him once in this series. And yeah, it's a very, very tight one. All right. Welcome back. Bill James is a new man on the mound. Matt Williams is at the plate. He is 1 for 1 with that sack bunt back in whatever inning it was as well. It's a full count. And it's a ground ball to the second baseman. 1 away. In comes Damian Miller. He is 1 for 2. It is a 3-1 pitch. And he walks. Now, presumably, Randy Johnson will pinch hit for. It is Abreu Duzaro. We'll go with that. It's an 0-2 pitch. And he has got one back up the middle. And it is going to get into center field. Is the runner going to stop at second? Yes. So, 2 on. 1 out. Steve Finley to the plate, who is 2 for 3. It's a 3-1. And it is a walk to load the bases. Is this where the game gets blown open? It is Craig Counsell, who is 1 for 3. It's a 2-0 pitch. Craig Counsell, it is not going to leave, but it's deep enough. It will drive in the go-ahead run. It is now 4-3 to the D-backs in the bottom of the 7th. 2 out, runners at first and second. And Greg Colburn at the plate, who is 0 for 3. It's a full count. He walks, so they reload the bases with 2 away. And it is Luis Gonzalez, who is 1 for 3. It's a 2-2. And Gonzalez strikes out, leaves them loaded, but not before Arizona take the lead. And it is Bobby Witt, the new man on the mound, to face Johnny Evers, who is 0 for 3. It is a 2-2 pitch. And it is going to be a goal. It's an error. Now, does Randy Johnson get the... Is he in line for the win here? Or because he'd been pinch hit out of the game before the run was scored, does it go to Witt? question for the comments, I guess. Butch Smith was about an hour late on attempting a bunt there. So it's a 1-2 pitch. And it is lined over the second baseman. Oh, and the Diamondbacks, are they going to throw it all the way? 2 on, none out, and it is Joe Connolly who is 1 for 3. It's a full count. And it is well hit into right center field. It is going to at least tie the game. I dare say the Boston Braves are about to take the lead here. No, the runner stops at third. So with none out, runners at second and third. Never mind about who gets the win now, because neither of them are on for it. And it is Red Smith with a chance to put Boston in front. He is 2 for 3. It's an 0-2 pitch. And it is a strikeout for 1 away. Greg Swindle will be the new man on the mound to try and clean up this mess. Larry Gilbert is the man at the plate. It is a full count. Oh, it is a strike. And it was, well, I wouldn't be happy with that, that's for sure. So 2 on, 2 out. Gowdy at the plate. It's a 2-0 pitch. And Gowdy has... Oh, I tell you what. It could be a game-saving catch by the first baseman because we go tied at 4 into the bottom of the 8th instead of them being 6-4 down. It is Bautista to lead things off. He is 0 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. Oh, he's hit him. So, there was no error charged on that ground ball. So, I was harsh there. It wasn't actually an error. Jay Bell, though, who's the man I was harsh on. There goes the run-up. Not even close. And the go-ahead run is no longer on base. A full count now for Jay Bell. He draws a walk. And, I mean, that was... I mean, it wasn't that much different to the one that was given for the other team. Matt Williams, let's see what he can do. An 0-2 pitch. He strikes out. That's 2 away. And it is Damian Miller, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-1 pitch. Miller... It is slicing away. It's going to be caught in right field. And that'll do it. We go to the 9th, tied at 4. It will be Byung-Hyun Kim coming out to pitch. It'll be Les Mann at the plate. And the only hit that he's got today is still waiting to land. It's an 0-1 pitch. And he's hit that well, but straight to left field, 1 away. In now will come Marinville, who is 1 for 3. It's a 3-1 pitch. And that is through the first baseman. He took something off of it, it looked like. So we have 1 on, 1 out. And we have Possum Whitted at the plate. An 0-2. Is that a strikeout? It's not. Runner going for second and gets there. I'll tell you what, the catcher's not got a great arm, does he? Well, apparently he does. Doesn't look like it. So the go-ahead run in scoring position, but a strikeout to make it 2 away. So it comes down to Johnny Evers. He is 1 for 4. It's a full count. Evers grounds it to the second baseman, and if the Braves are going to win, it's not going to be in 9. So Arizona, can they pull it out? It is Paul Strand to the mound. Mark Grace is at the plate. He is a power hitter, I think, if I remember correctly. It is a 1-2 pitch. Grace grounds it to the shortstop. That'll be 1 away. Now, they were pinch hitting for the pitcher there. You do wonder if maybe a power hitter... I mean, no, Reggie Sanders is coming, another power man. So maybe they're just trying to belt a home run to win it. Sanders has lined it straight to the first baseman. Yeah, I just wonder if maybe a leadoff man would be better off, and maybe they don't have the option of it, but getting a sort of an on-base percentage guy, you know, just get that winning run on board. Craig Counsell now. He has got it into right field, so it's a 2-out single. They could have done with that leading off the inning, couldn't they? Greg Colburn now. He's 0 for 3. It's an 0-1 pitch. There is 2 out. Are we going to extra inning? Yes, we are. It is a ground ball to the shortstop. And the Braves of 1914, the D-backs of 2001 cannot be split in 9. So Kurt Schilling will now come onto the mound to face Butch Smith. It is an 0-2 pitch. And that is popped up into left field for 1 away. And this could be, I wonder if this is going to be the difference. If, Schilling being able to come out and pitch, you would imagine at least 2 innings will be the difference as he blasts one straight past for his first strikeout. Red Smith now comes in. He's 2 for 4. It's another 0-2 pitch. And it's another strikeout. So Schilling just going straight at them and getting a 1-2-3 inning in minimal workload. Gonzalez now is 1 for 4. He steps up. It's a first pitch swing. Gonzalez, that is going to be caught in center field for 1 away. In will come Denny Bautista, who's over 3. It's another first pitch swing. Bautista gets it into right field and it drops in, and the winning run is on base with 1 away. It brings Jay Bell to the plate. He's over 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. Jay Bell, that's into right field. That's going to drop in. Runner, is he going to go to third? No, he stays at second, but with 1 away, the winning run is in scoring position for Matt Williams, who is 1 for 3. It's a 2-1 pitch. Is this it? Williams, oh, it could be a double play. It's not. It was not quite. Oh, and it's an error by the first baseman. No, it's not by the throw. The throw is off the mark, so the bases are loaded. 1 out. Miller with a chance to send the Diamondbacks through. It's a 2-2 pitch. Oh, he struck out. Bottom of the 10th, loaded bases, 2 out, tied game, and David DeLucci is the man that can be a hero or disappoint us all. Oh, and they've walked in a run. They've walked in the winning run, and Boston Braves, I mean, you deserve to lose if that's what an anticlimactic way to win a series. Unbelievable. That's exactly how I'd expect one of my teams to lose a game, but not the 1914 Braves. So that is them done, which is a little bit disappointing. I mean, I like both those teams, to be honest, so not that I care who wins particularly any game, but yeah, the D-backs move on, so we'll see Randy Johnson and co. again. Next up, it is the 1982 Brewers versus the 1963 Dodgers. I would imagine there's one team from the West Coast that would be favourites for that one, but we're going to find out. There's been some big upsets already, so yeah, why not get another one? Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Hopefully you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you for the Brewers and the Dodgers next time. Take care.